So we'd been pretty lucky so far. We'd driven through California, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and had only one problem finally come up with the brakes. We paid that, and then we were driving somewhere in the middle of Texas. So we broke down. So we're in the middle of Texas, the middle of the biggest state with nothing around for miles, and our car just stopped working. Alright, 3, 2, 1, start turning it.
I don't know, maybe we can both just get temporary jobs in Austin or wherever and just work a little bit longer. I don't see a point in us, unless it's something insane. I don't think we should just stop. I just think maybe you would have to work something, or if I don't or me work a little longer. I want to make it work, unless it's an insane amount. It's not just the alternator.
Yeah.
I just can't see us stopping so soon into it,
And it's just how many more things like this can we handle?
I know.
'Cause within 1 week we've had all these problems. So our van will not start. Could be the alternator, it could be the belt, but the belt looks fine. We're on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. At least one town is about 5 miles away, but it's a very small town, and the next one is about 50 miles away. It's gonna be at least $350 to be towed and get what we might need.
I know it's your money, but I don't want us to keep putting our money or your money into this if something else happens, like you said, We already put $500 and then whatever this is gonna cost.
Yeah, we're just throwing money away at fixing things that shouldn't need fixing because everything was supposedly good. We can deal with this. This is the second thing. That's $1,000 gone of our very strict budget. But then if something happens again, I don't know if I can handle it. We might have to just put the Vanlife thing away and go somewhere else where we don't have to deal with a machine.
Alex is so done. He's just sitting in the dirt.
So we broke down and we had to wait for a tow truck for about 3 hours. Then they finally came. So over the phone they were pretty positive that it was the alternator from what we told them. So they didn't come with a tow truck. This guy came 3 hours later without a tow truck. He came with a new alternator.
Okay, so you can't see anything, but the tow truck guy finally got here. We've been waiting since, around 5 p.m. and it's now 9 p.m.
So it looks like they're putting a whole new alternator in there. He spent about 3 more hours trying to put the alternator in and then finding out that that wasn't the problem and then trying everything else and nothing worked. So then he had to go back, get a tow truck, get a friend to help, and then come all the way back to us. So we slept in the back of the van on the side of the road in Texas until about 4 in the morning when they finally got back to us. They tried for another couple of hours to fix the problem. They still couldn't fix it. They put us on the tow truck and we were on our way. So when we got there, it didn't seem like a real place. It was this little farm that had goats, a bunch of dogs, some pigs, and a little area that looked like a garage. So they end up having about 3 people go to work on the van. We're there all day.
Hi. How do you pet
It's
a dog?
wagging its tail.
No, no. Stop. I don't like it.
While these three guys are going to work on the van, the owner decides that he wants to hang out with us. He told us he was bringing us to go get the fuel pump at the store, so we went there and I paid for it on my card. And then he brought us to McDonald's, and then he brought us to his house, a little apartment where we walk on the door and there's about 7 or 8 guns on the table, every type of gun you could think of. He then tries to get us to shower, offers us a shower. I guess he was being nice, but it was kind of weird. And then he took a shower himself, but only after smoking a little bit of meth and taking out all his little baggies of other drugs. So we were at his house for a couple hours just hoping to get out of there, and finally we got out of there. We go back to the farm and they still haven't fixed the car. When we get to the farm, he decides he wants to shoot guns with us. So we shot some guns. I wasn't very good. Sandra was a natural. Here, show me what you got. I got one of these. I got
That one.
I got this. Takes another few hours. It ended up being the fuel pump. And then we get to paying for it. The price seemed like it was a tad too much for a fuel pump, which I had already paid for. I paid about $200 for this fuel pump, and then they wanted another $700 on top of that. So I guess we were paying for the towing, we were paying for labor, we were paying for 3 guys' labor, we were paying for the alternator, which they put in, and it ended up not being the problem. But since they put it in our car, they made us pay for it. We paid for everything else that you could think of, and I tried arguing about everything. And the boss guy just wouldn't have it, and he seemed a little crazy. So we couldn't really do anything. He had all his guns, his drugs, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't want to talk about. So overall, it was a pretty crazy experience. We're in Austin now. Sandra has a job. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel up and running. None of this is a surprise to us. So that's where we are right now. We're figuring it out. But thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel, and we will get back on the road pretty soon. I'm Alexander Travelbum. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.